Tell everyone you know. The wait is over. 98.5 Speed FM.
Catch us if you can.
Do you have a business, an organization, or you want to be heard on radio? Get heard at the speed of light. Meet your target audience and get the reach you deserve by advertising on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. Send a message or call 0809 927 5464 or 0816 609 2144.
This is
Asking Radio 98.5 FM.
A speedy welcome to the show for everyone. This is Women of Speed on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. And I'm your host on the show. My name is Felicity Girgir and I'm here with
Marysyntia Hangeior
and Wandoo Tortya.
And Women of Speed is that program where we share stories and try to inspire young women in all areas of life. I hope your Tuesday is going smoothly wherever you are. I hope you've been enjoying your time here with us on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. And well, today on the show, we are going to be talking about saying no as a woman. Saying no as a woman is often misinterpreted. The woman often ends up in a place or space where she is called rude or ill-mannered or proud simply because she decided to do something that she wasn't comfortable with. And as women, we're often taught to be accommodating, be polite, be helpful, don't disappoint people, don't be difficult, think about everyone else's feelings. And sometimes, because of all of these expectations, saying no can feel almost like we are doing something that is wrong. And you may want to say no to a friend, a family member, a colleague, a partner, or even to your own child. But then you'll start thinking, will they be angry? Will they think I'm selfish? Or will they stop liking me? So instead of saying no, we say yes, even when we don't actually want to. So today on the show, we are going to be talking about saying no as a woman, why it can be difficult for a woman to say no, what happens when we don't set boundaries, and whether learning to say no can actually change the way that people treat you. You can also call in to be part of this conversation. Number for you to call is 090 3648 5868.
That's 090-3648-5868.
It's Women of Speed on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. And this afternoon on the show, we're talking about saying no as a woman. Why is it difficult for women to actually say no? You as a woman, do you find it difficult to say no? Why? What happens when we actually say no? You feel free to call in at any point of time to call in. And we are also streaming live on Facebook at Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM Makurdi. So you can watch live on Facebook and leave a comment if you have something to say. And well, I'm not here alone. I'm here with Mary and I'm here with Wandoo. So as women, do you always find it difficult to say no?
Yes, as women, as for me,
or as a woman,
yes. As a woman, I find it difficult to say no because I feel so emotional. Yes, if someone comes to me and requests for something and I don't give, I feel bad. Like I feel I should do better. Like I should
you should
give.
Do better.
Yes, I should give. Even though sometimes I need it and sometimes I don't necessarily need it at that moment. But I feel emotional. Like I pity for the person.
Okay.
So I just like I don't feel like saying no. So I'll just give it out.
So you don't find it difficult to say. It's more of like it's not because you're not scared of what that person will actually say. It's because you're an emotional person.
Yes.
All right.
Exactly.
Mary, do you find it difficult to say no?
Yes, I do find it difficult to say no.
Okay.
Most of the times, actually, because for me there is like this, should I say, responsibility or this expectations, just like you were saying, you know, when you started, that some of these things that have been placed on us as women, that okay, you always have to be like this, you always have to be polite, you always have to be respectful. And you know, sometimes saying no can come off as maybe rude, or maybe this person is prideful or something like that to other people. And that is should I say, one of the things that makes it difficult for someone like me also, you know, to say no. So take for example, I'll give this very common example that I don't know if maybe every woman will actually be able to relate to that. You're on the street, someone wants to talk to you, someone wants to say or whatever they are trying to do, and you say no. All of a sudden the person gets angry, like you are going to remain in your father's house. You're going to, you know, you're going to suffer, you're going to, you know, different things like that. You listen to many women with experiences, they tell you things about, okay, simply because I said no. So sometimes even in situations where I am supposed to like say no, instead of saying no, I have to like, there are times that okay, maybe I'm even giving out a phone number because you're
scared, or it's more like you're scared. No. Okay,
I'm on that street, I am alone, and then saying no can
can put you at risk or something like. And then something like that actually happened to me one time where someone asked me for my number and I actually said no, and then the next day he was with his friend, and well, they were just gossiping and saying that look at her, she's rude, she thinks she's fine, she's not even that fine. So it's actually something that I believe that we all have in a certain way. We have that difficulty, you know, saying no. So it's something, because I also find it difficult to say no sometimes. It's Women of Speed on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM, and my name is Felicity Girgir, and I'm here with
Marysyntia Hangeior
and Wandoo Tortya.
And today on Women of Speed, we're talking about saying no as a woman. As a woman, you yourself, if you're listening out there, do you find it difficult to say no? Why do you find it difficult to say no? Does it actually affect, does it have any effect in your life? You know, actually saying no, is it affecting you in any way? You can call in and share with us. And even if you are a man, you know, Women of Speed, we are saying Women of Speed, but as a man, you can also call in and share with us. Number for you to call is 090 3648
That's 090-3648-5868.
And we're also streaming live on Facebook at Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM Makurdi. So you can watch live on Facebook and even leave a comment if you have something to say. So well, we have all said that like we have that difficulty saying no. Hello. All right, you can call us back. Number for you to call is 090-3648-5868.
That's 090-3648-5868.
So we have all said that like we have that difficulty saying no, but why is that so? Why do you have difficulty saying no, Wandoo?
Well, for me, the reason why I have difficulty in saying no is because when I have I have a friend and the person is close to me and we share our thoughts, feelings, and I feel like the person is too close to me, so we communicate and we share our feelings and everything, so the closeness is there.
Okay.
So I feel that I shouldn't say no to this person. Like you want it, you are in need of this particular thing, so I should give it to you because we are close to each other.
Okay.
Yes, we talk. Yes, we talk and we do this. So I feel that there's this closeness, and I don't want to say no. Like I don't want to rebuke you at this particular time because there's this closeness.
There's a closeness.
Yes,
It's more of like that fear of hello. It's more of like that fear of like, what is she going to actually think of me? Will she think I'm being selfish?
Yes.
Will she think I'm being rude? Or will if I refuse to give her, will it be like I'm not her friend anymore? Hello? I'm not her friend anymore, or I'm not considering her, or something like that.
Yes, and fear of conflict. Like I don't want any disagreement or quarrel between us. If I don't give her, what if she we turn out to be like enemies, or we are not talking to each other anymore, or malice? So I don't want conflict. So in order to avoid the conflict or disagreement with her, I just let me just give it out.
Then you just give it out, even if it's going to inconvenience you.
Yes,
all right.
And I feel like saying no, as a woman, sometimes it actually goes beyond maybe even like give you this stuff. Sometimes maybe you want to borrow something, or I need something. Sometimes it's like deeper than that. There are times where maybe imagine someone in a family.
Okay.
There was this discussion, so someone was explaining, okay, I had this discussion with my mom. I was telling her, okay, I don't want to do this kind of thing. And then she made a statement like, as a woman, you don't really have a choice. Like there's some of these things. The way you said, sometimes growing up, like the things that they are teaching, how they're asking you to ask, maybe you become that sacrificial lamb, or you're the one that is going to stay home, like maybe take care of these particular things, and then maybe you have your own things that you want to do. You have your own ambitions, but somehow they are telling you that, you as a woman, you want to do something, like instead of doing the one they're telling you to do. Sometimes it's maybe even with family responsibilities, right? What are you doing that you're saying no to this particular thing? Do you have more responsibilities than the men have? Like how can you say no to this? But sometimes with the family, sometimes some people who are even married can even struggle like to say no.
To say no to their husbands,
even to husbands,
or
even to
the
responsibility.
family.
If you talk to some of this, me, I have some friends too that some people way older than me, and some people even younger. Some persons that are actually like married, and they'll tell you things like, okay, saying no, this is something different. Now how I go do, that
how I go do.
Like as a woman, you are just like there to like be there for everybody.
Be there for everybody.
You don't have maybe your time for you, or maybe doing your own thing. It has to be the one that they are telling you, okay, my husband says this, my father says this, and then you're just watching, like sometimes growing up with brothers, and you're just watching like, okay, my brother can do something, like he can do this one, he can do whatever
he wants, and nobody's actually going to question him. But the moment I want to do what I actually want, it's more like they're telling you that, oh, you are a woman, or you're trying to be selfish, or you're trying to be irresponsible, and all of that.
Yes, and family expectations. Yes, like in some homes, like some families, there's this expectation of a woman, like this is what you're supposed to do. Like, okay, let me, for instance, like we're taking care of the home. There's this expectation that is a woman that's supposed to take care of the home. You have to wake up and clean and clean the house, cook for the family.
Cook for the family.
Yes, exactly. So there's this expectation of a woman that this is what you're supposed to do. And so sometimes, even if you are not chance to do that, they will be like, you are the one that is supposed to do it. You're supposed to do it. So, and in this situation, it's difficult for you to say no. Because there's this, okay, if we say no, and they'll be like, is this what you go and be doing in your husband's house? Like,
okay, yes,
married
yes.
and this, and you're supposed to cook. You tell your husband that you are not cooking. Like,
you are not cooking. You don't have energy, or you have something to do.
Yes, exactly. So there's this family expectation that this is what a woman is supposed to do. This is a woman's responsibility, and it's so difficult for a woman to say no, because if you say no, there will be like disagreement.
There will be disagreement.
Yes.
All right. This is Women of Speed on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. And this afternoon on the show, we are talking about saying no as a woman. Do you have that difficulty saying no? Why is it that, as a woman, we have that difficulty saying no? Does it mean that we are actually selfish? Does it actually affect? Does it change the way that people treat you and all of that? You can call in and share with us what your opinion is. Why do you have that difficulty saying no as a woman? Why do you think that women have difficulty saying no? And number for you to call is 090-3648-5868.
That's 090-3648-5868.
And we are also streaming live on Facebook at Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM Makudi. So you can watch live on Facebook and leave a comment if you have something to say. Hello.
Hello, my dear.
Yes, good afternoon. Yes, good afternoon. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Mrs. Otu Alice, calling from KU.
All right. Welcome to the show, Mrs. Otu Alice.
Yes, thank you, my children.
You're welcome.
I just want to say that there are cases that you have to say no.
Okay.
It's not all things. Because the men consider, right from the beginning, they say women, they have to be at the backyard.
Okay.
Women's education ends in the kitchen, blah, blah, thereabout. Then forcing us to enslave women. That is just to enslave women. Their interest is just to enslave women. But I just want to say that, yes, you can say no to certain things they request.
Okay.
You cannot say no to some requests. But for example, let me put it forward. As a growing child, a girl, will you say that if somebody asks you out, you begin to tell the person, you should not say no because it will just get down on you? If a girl, a man wants to, maybe a suitor or somebody that wants, okay, I want to hook with you, I want to marry you, and he asking you for bed, then you are telling me that you will not say no because everything they say no, the woman should not say no. No. And then what I want to put is that in a scriptural way, in a biblical way, there is things that when they ask you, pray over it before you react. Take decision that you want to take that will not be, favorable to you in future. You will say no to it.
Okay.
It doesn't mean that because we are women, the weaker, they just say we are the weaker sex. No, women are not the weaker sex. But if you choose yourself to be like that, you ruin your tomorrow. So there are things that you get to know. Not this nothing. Somebody will come now because you are a woman, then you say, no, okay, let us go like this and go and do this. A kind of criminality, then you say you will not say no to it. You have to, my dear children.
Okay.
There are things that you have to go to God and ask that God will put you through. The decision of God is final. So you have to go into yourself that this thing, if I'm doing it, will it be good for me? Don't because of your, deny yourself and then sacrifice for others. When later on you begin to regret in life. So please let us be wise.
Yes.
As what? As a dove. Gentle, wise as a serpent and gentle as innocent as dove. Everybody has his own. So I am saying it as a mother. I will not watch my daughter to go down because they say a woman should not say no. No. There are things that you need to say. You stand on your ground. Your yes, yes, and your no shall be no.
All right.
I want you to take it that so that people will get to know, because they are saying it like those small children now. If they come out, they say, hey, they say we should not say no. So even if somebody asks me for bed, I will not say no because I have pity. If I say no now, I don't know whether I'm stepping at his feet or like that. No. There are things that you need to stand on your ground.
All right.
So that people will know that your integrity matters most of all. So please, my children, I'm here to say that anybody that here should know where you can say no and where you cannot say no. It's not everything that you say they will tell you that then you say no because they say I should say no, I don't supposed to say no, so I should say yes. Your yes is yes. That doesn't go. Marysyntia, are you hearing me?
I can
hear
you.
wish you all the best.
Thank you
for all the programs.
Thank you so much for calling in to be part of the show, Miss Alice. It's Women of Speed on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. And this afternoon on the show, we're talking about saying no as a woman. Why is it important for a woman to know how to say no, to be able to say no? Why is it difficult? Because some women out there actually find it difficult to say no. Does it actually affect? You can call in and share with us. Number for you to call is 090-3648-5868.
That's 090-3648-5868.
And I love the way Miss Alice actually says, she emphasized on that importance of actually saying no, right? She was talking about it's not everything that you say no to. There are some things that you have to just it's not everything that you say yes to. There are some things that you actually have to say no to. Just imagine a situation where someone approaches you and is asking you to do something that is going to either put you in trouble or or something that you actually don't want to do. You cannot just say yes to in that kind of situation. It's very important to actually say no. What do you think, from what she actually said?
Just makes me remember a situation, of a lady that once shared her story saying that, okay, there was a time in her life, okay, there was somebody that was seeking her hand. Someone said that he wanted to get married to her, and then he came to the family, talked and all this, and she didn't want to go at that point. And then the parents were looking at it like, you as woman, her mom was even giving her those advice, like, you as woman, you know how it is, like, you just have to sacrifice the family, even if you don't want it at this point. Like, okay, this man is promising to like give us this one, is promising to do these ones for us, so you just have to say yes, you just have to go with that one, because you are going to save the family. So in many situations, it's more like women are expected to just be like the sacrificial lamb or something, just say yes, because okay, we cannot make your brother do this thing. How about making my brother, okay, go and look for the money? If you're expecting somebody to like take care of the family, how about asking my brother to get money, and take care of the family, since it's the children that are actually looking for ways. Exactly. So instead, you get married to somebody that you don't want to get married to. Imagine marriage that is not a joke. You get married to somebody that you don't want to actually get married to, because you're trying to be that sacrificial lamb, for the family. And I feel like this thing has eaten so deep that some people don't even know that, okay, they can actually say no. Yes. Man, it's just like, oh, what can I do? I am powerless. They have said this one, and every day, I feel like even up to date, like girls are still brought up like that. You don't have a choice. You don't have a choice. You cannot say no in this place. And that mentality. Sometimes I think that it has even gotten to some of the men. Not to say that men, all men, that mentality has gotten to some of the men as well. That okay, it becomes something that someone even getting aggressive because you are saying
because you're saying no.
Okay, I don't want this.
It's
kind
more
of
like that sense of entitlement. Like, oh, she's supposed to say yes. Hello. Yes, hello. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
This is the voice of Georgina calling from Yake.
All right. Welcome to the show, Georgina. Please, could you speak up louder?
Yes. It's not everything that a man say that you say yes to. Because they will control you. You will become a remote. There are some things that you need to say no.
Okay.
Even if it is your father, politely you tell him no. That I cannot do this.
Okay.
Tell him, let him know reasons why you are not doing it.
Yes.
But let him know, understand why you say no. You cannot use anger or
all right, it's really, really low, and I feel like the more she's talking, the more we're finding it difficult to actually get what she's trying to say. But she's trying to she was trying to talk about, if you're unable to say no in some situations, it's also about that importance, the importance of actually, because she also mentioned something about control. When you're unable to say no in some situations, people will use it as like control, try to control your life and all of that. And she was also saying that in most of the situations, you just have to say no and also give reasons why you are saying no. This is Women of Speed on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. And this afternoon on the show, we are talking about saying no as a woman. Why is it important to say no as a woman? Why is it difficult? Because so many women out there actually have that difficulty saying no. Why is it difficult for women to say no? Is it important? Why is it important? You can call in and share with us. Number for you to call is 090-3648-5868.
That's 090-3648-5868.
And well, as we're going, we have all been saying about how it's actually affecting. Is it actually affecting? You think it's actually affecting, right? So how is it actually affecting women, when they are unable to say no? What are the effects that it has on the women that are unable to say no?
Now, you see some of these things, like the effects are just some of them are almost immediately, right? Like what will happen to you. So it's more like some people, they have been brought up with that whole mentality of, okay, like you are the woman, you cannot say no, and then it gets to a point where they start feeling like, okay, I actually cannot say no. And then meanwhile, it's just like, I'll call it sometimes manipulation, and then different, okay,
yes,
like that the other people try to, like, the words that they try to like use against should I say used to like manipulate the woman into say, not because she cannot say or she's not allowed to say no, she can actually say no, but these fears, or maybe sometimes even threats, like, okay, you as a woman, you're doing this, right? You know where you are going to end up, you know where something like this is going to happen. So now down to the effects, I'm going to give practical examples because that's how we'll be able to see the effects. Imagine, okay, maybe getting into something that you don't want to get into, getting into that marriage because you were unable to say no, not because someone was stopping you from saying no, but because you were just too scared to say no. And I keep saying that some of those things is like the way that some women have been brought up, that whole mentality. So imagine being not being able to say no, and then getting yourself into that situation. Imagine the situation of, okay, that marriage, and then someone actually got into the marriage, and then you're in a marriage that you didn't want to be. You had other plans because you were trying to, like, okay, be the sacrificial lamb. Not, I don't want to say no to my parents.
Even in situations like, even in workplaces, right? Even in workplace, I feel like women is so much that difficult to say no, or the mentality has. Even in workplaces, women in workplaces, let's say in a situation where you are in a workplace, and then let's say they are just giving you so many job things to do, and you're actually unable to say no. I feel like even in those situations, it's actually going to affect the woman. Or another effect that it actually has is you'll be overwhelmed. You actually be overwhelmed because, well, you cannot say no. So you are just going to have that, and even building resentment, right? I feel one day you have just been saying yes. What do you have to say?
Yes, and another example I would say is you'll be taking advantage of.
Hello. All right, we cannot hear you, but you can still call us back quickly before we go. Number for you to call is 090-3648-5868.
That's 090-3648-5868.
It's Women of Speed on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM, and this afternoon we're talking about saying no. So Wandoo, quickly before we go.
Yes, I was saying that another effect of it is.
Hello. Yes, hello. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Tell us your name and where you're calling from. All right, we cannot hear you.
Yes. So another effect of not saying no is people use you. They'll take advantage of you. Just imagine there's something I saw online. A lady normally provides for the family. It was, they made it as her own duty to provide for the family.
The family.
Yes. So she does that, and anytime she doesn't, it becomes a problem, and conflict comes out of it. So there was a time in which she was tired, and she said that no, like she's not. What happened was that her father died. Yes. So they were like, she's the one that's supposed to bury the father. So she now said no, she stood her ground and she refused to do that. So all this while they have been taking advantage of her, using her, but when she stood her ground and said no, everything, like they knew her place, like she knew what she was supposed to do then. She said no, she stood her ground and stood firm. So
all right,
she walked.
All right, this has been Women of Speed on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. I've been your host on the show. My name is Felicity Girgir, and I've been here with
Marysyntia Hangeior.
and Wandoo Tortya.
And at this point, we have come to the end of Women of Speed. We have been talking about the importance of saying no as a woman and why it's difficult for some women to actually say no and how it's actually affecting. I hope you enjoyed your time here with us. Coming up next at 3:55 p.m., Speedy Kids will be wishing you a happy birthday if today is your birthday. And at 4 p.m., the Speed Link comes up. Until then, keep enjoying music of your life right here on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM.
This is
Asking Radio 98.5 FM.